Hey, yo, this is King Erner coming to you guys live and direct. When you listen to a Charleston White and you get understanding that this guy is losing his mind, this guy is actually at first told the people that, he was going to get all of these, degrees and things proving that he's, qualified to speak to the youth, right? And then he turns around and says publicly on Say Cheese TV, hey, listen, at the end of the day, all I want to do is create a system where individuals that do crime with other individuals are telling on them. That's mind-boggling. That's already the system that's taking place. Think about what's going on. Think about how it's being carried. He's already implying what is already in place. That 5K1 rule. Hey, you get arrested with the individuals and you tell and you get a reduction that has nothing to do with the 3-point reduction of you just saying, hey, look, Slim, them, and Wim Kim and them, they were with me and guess what we done? He is actually saying to the people, go ahead and do that. Now, let me give you an understanding, individuals. If that's what that man is saying, why are we following anything? At first, I thought he was joking. I even jumped in his DM and I said, damn, I see you and what you're doing. You're just revving up the internet to get people to follow you. But when you say that you want for crime to be cheaper and individuals can help that out by them actually committing crimes and telling on the individuals they commit the crimes with, that's called recycle crime. And I'm glad that he brought it to the people because at the end of the day, I can give y'all a better understanding of what? Not how to follow any of them type of kittens. Because at the end of the day, let me give you more understanding and better understanding. That's what we don't want to follow. We don't want our individuals going in that direction. We don't want anybody trying out the streets in order to get money, no way, shape, or form. Now, we understand that everyone wants to get the nonprofit money. It's obvious they won't give him that because the things they're seeing him speaking on social media, they say, oh, we can't back that now. You're speaking a little foul and you're making up things and you're acting like you've been through all these things and you ain't been through nothing. Yes, you may have done what you've done for the youth, but actually, have you done more than King Erner with the youth? And I'm a more times felon than he can ever think about being. But let me give you some understanding. We need guys like him to come forward and be truthful. You know why? It's obvious he's coming from a civilian standpoint. So how can you even be mad at the kitten? He's coming from what he says is a civilian standpoint, but we understand all of his gimmicks. So when you feed into his gimmick, what you actually do is promote him. I need for people to go and follow him more. You know why? You can see what King Erner is putting together and what other individuals that say they have something of substance are putting together. It's already what they have in place. They already have that system in place, Charleston. They already have individuals who are getting arrested with other individuals on the crimes that they created and then saying, hey, listen, them guys done it with me. They already have that system going on. So you ain't saying nothing slick to a can of oil. It's the Stop Recycling Crime Section A and Section B that will win. And you think, because you're the only one that listened to King Erner, but you're not the only one that listened to King Erner. So when you take what I say and say, we are self-sufficient, you're not really being truthful. Because without social media, you don't run. I do. Without social media, I've done this over 27 speakings in the roughest schools in Philadelphia. The schools that if you did go to, you will understand why King Erner is honored amongst the youth and the adults. Because I took that time and didn't take that pay when everyone else was looking for a way to earn a coin. I'm no kitten. I'm carrying it like you're supposed to carry it. The circle of honor. Anybody that's around us is going to carry that honor in the purest form. And that honor has nothing to do with negativity. But you will see King Erner working as hard as he had working if you go back some time And you would say, you know what? Why isn't the Say Cheese having King Erner speak his piece? Why isn't these individuals? Because they all have gotten together at a time or another and said, don't let King Erner speak on anything. They all have figured out how to try to get somewhere close to me where they shut me down. You know why they want to shut me down? Because of that word right there. I restored it in a purest form. I didn't restore it amongst the honor that I once loved and allowed in my life. I restored it in a purest form because I gave you understanding that the negativity that I have bought at a time has no never mind in this world that we live in. And guess what? You can keep on unsubscribing the individuals who have no honor. I want you guys, the ones who don't understand what I'm saying about Stop Recycling Crime, Section A and Section B, you can unfollow. Stop Recycling Crime, Section A is for the individuals that do what? Have your child saying, I want to be like this individual who got this big car, who's financing this, who's financing that. And that person didn't work for it, but your child says, I'm going to get down with that individual. I'm going to work, and I'm going to make sure I'm just like him in that car. He don't know that car is a bill. That girl he's seen him with, she's a bill. And at the end of the day, when he get arrested, he'll find out that Section A will either be a part of his lifestyle or something he's against, because Section A will give him the opportunity, him or her, to get that slap on the wrist for telling and get right back out in that same street. And guess what? Allowed to sell drugs and ruin their community. Oh, but Section B is for individuals like myself. We're not going to leave out the criminals that are making the wrong decisions of coming home and not restoring what they once destroyed, rebuilding it, what they once destroyed. You got to rebuild it. You see, when you rebuild it based off of honor. You don't turn no one over. You don't do none of them things. You get an understanding of you recycle crime at a time, but you felt the pain. Unlike those in Section A of Stop Recycling Crime, they don't receive the pain and understanding of that cell and missing their family members and not being able to get close to their loved ones because they in jail for the wrong that they done. And see, you ends up being in a position where it's like a thing where you feel like a failure. So you know what you do? You say, I'm going to go home and do something different. But I ain't turning my people over. I'm going to correct them. I'm going to teach them like the Black Panther Party did. I'm going to sit down like a George Jackson done and respond to every ladder of people that are friends or people that are willing to support. And I'm going to give understanding that, listen, this lifestyle that we are choosing to live, they chose it for us. Let's live a different lifestyle. And when you live that different lifestyle, you get understanding of pure honor, what King Erner is restoring. You get understanding that you don't ridicule the youngins. His pants hanging off his behind, get him a belt first before you correct him, because guess what? His mother or his father may be smoking up the belt money or smoking up the clothes money or just smoking up the money, period. They don't have any money. The jeans are hand-me-down and falling off of them, or the jeans are too tight and so they got to put it and make it a style. Our people are definitely unique. But we don't go ridiculing and pointing a finger and talking down. We carry it in the purest of honor, and we tell youngin, here's the belt. You don't have the cash, I'm going to get you some pants then. How old are you? You can begin to work, and you don't got to sit around and wait for no handouts. But if you're underage, let's help them. They need shelter. Get with the right people. Get with DHS. Help them individuals. Don't just take their children from their family. Create our own DHS. Take our young black systems, go to the system, get them, and make sure that parent is able to keep that child no matter what they're going through in life, because not everybody had the opportunity to go against the disease that was put in our face. We didn't ask for them drugs to be put in our community after what we already had went through with slavery. Then we get a strong people and they destroy them with them drugs and that alcohol. Come on, let's get some understanding here. And let's begin to do what? Begin to help the youth say, damn, I know what King Erner is saying, and not let me run away from King Erner because King Erner is wishing to lock me up. King Erner is wishing to push me under the jail. You hear me? If I was to talk to individuals that are not here anymore, they would say, King Erner, tell the youth, man, to stay away from certain guys. Tell the youth to carry with pure honor, because guess what? At the end of the day, At the end of the day, everybody is being lined up by somebody that's scared of the other bodies. The person that hears that's with your crew, your quote unquote crew youngin', he hears of sowing them, so-soing them, how they carrying them. So-soing them, so-soing them, so-soing them. That means so-soing them. So-soing them, you know. They're carrying it. They have no name. It's our children. So that's so-soing them. They're carrying it. And that child that's with this other squad that ain't pushing, that's just still on video games, he's getting scared, he's getting paranoid because he has no strength, no never mind of his friends and the love. And he's like, I don't want to die, so I'm going to get with the other squad. I'm going to get with so-so in them, man. And I'm going to backdoor a friend or two. And now that person who got with so-so in them, now he's able to have the mentality of doing what? Learning how to kill in a sneaky way. And he puts his other team down, and his other team begins to have an understanding that I'm going to carry it in this negative manner. In this negative manner. And all the youngins are like this. This isn't any youngin particular, because most of the youngins don't have that understanding in their heart to not go in that direction. Because that mother or father I was speaking of that is strung out on drugs. So they say, damn, I have no win. I have no loyalty. No one ever showed me love. Maybe these people that's killing right here, maybe they are showing love. Maybe the ones that's getting this millions, maybe the ones that's doing all the things that are negative, maybe I can get that love. And so that friend is betrayed like the other betrayal that has already taken place. And guess what ends up happening? We have a bloodbath. And those who aren't of that certain strength that reach that caliber of killing, they aren't accepted. They don't accept the guy who just knows the mathematics of it. They don't accept the guys that knows all the understanding of what to do in order to keep everything organized, because they're looking to it in a negative mindset. All these youngins out here in these streets now see and respect as death. If you haven't killed, you haven't reached their level yet. But youngin, let me give you an understanding. Have you created? Have you seen what you created grow to a certain age and then be taken out? Well, many mothers have stood sturdy on that. You haven't begun to understand strength until you stand sturdy on that. But most of you guys, guess what? Most of y'all, guess what? You will never have that understanding because you won't allow that honor to be built into your heart. Honor being built into your heart is having understanding no matter how many you killed, no matter what you've done in life. Guess what you have to turn to ask for the forgiveness, no matter how you carry it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So once you turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you get the understanding that you have no business taking life. And that's what a lot of these guys that come to these Jones speak on, they don't have that knowledge and understanding. But King Erna has that understanding that you have to get you guys the understanding that it ain't about taking lives. It's about this. And now that you guys are having children and you're raising them up and you seeing their life be born, you have that understanding for the bodies that you may have taken at a time, and you say, you know what? Damn, I heard what King Erna said the other day. Let me go ahead and bump. You know, you ain't going to the roundhouse to do no telling. You're going to the one who's in charge, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you're able to ask that for forgiveness. And many of the killers out here in this world, they're going to feel me and they're going to say, damn, let me go ask for forgiveness right now. Because nobody told you what King Erna told you. You don't got to go in that direction. I got a plan. The plan is legal. It's their way, but it's your business. It's in your name. Them blocks that you're repping for, that last name, or those people that's supposed to be quote unquote down that you're repping for, oh, guess what? They all can run a corporation if they can figure out a way to make money, kill, steal, and deal. Bottom line, if you can't run a corporation and you're doing these things, you make me look at you funny. You make me feel like you don't have the strength to do what is halal and what's easy for you to do to correct some of that wrong that you've done. Because don't nobody understand those good deeds overriding those bad deeds, and you getting some understanding that, damn, the things that I was doing in life, I done it, I'm burnt out on it. It gotta be something better that keeps me free and keeps me amongst honoring my family and not honoring the dollar or the killer or the one that you think got the special lingo and all that we say and that we live. Let me speak honor to you, youngin'. Let me give it to you raw. They're gonna accept the rats. They're gonna lay in bed with them as long as they broke, and they're gonna do any and everything to go against you when you speak on it, because guess what? It's not what they truly wanna do, because there's no honor in it, and guess what? They don't really want to stop making that money or stop that friendship or whatever that rat could do for them. They don't want to stop that. So you speaking on a young and you're putting yourself in harm's way. Let King Erna carry it. Let me carry it. Let me speak. Let me be the voice for the people that need that voice spoken. Because at the end of the day, the voices that are speaking don't have the honor that King Erna has. They don't have it. You know why? They're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you a lie. They're going to tell you that everything is going to be smooth. Don't worry about it. You can talk on the phone and you can continue in the direction that you're doing. And I'm going to tell you that you're setting yourself up for what? For failure. Yeah, they're going to say the penitentiary is wild and all this. Yeah. But none of that can stop the fact that you're one of them people that are wild in that penitentiary. That people that you saying, oh, they're crazy. Someone's looking at you like that for the things that you've done. So you'll get past the penitentiary part. Never mind saying that. It's about when you touch the streets and you have an understanding of what you've done and how much time you lost doing that time in that penitentiary, and your children looking at you crazy because they like, daddy really was a bum. No matter how much shoot 'em up, bang, bang, and what sister so-and-so in them in the corner in the streets is talking about, that kid, if he has a direction, if you're raising him to have understanding, you're going to teach him daddy was a bum. And when daddy was a bum, he made bad decisions. But daddy is have a understanding that I can keep everything now because King Erna said I can get my EIN number, get me a bank account, and sell whatever I want to sell that's legal. You can sell CBD oil if you want to feel like you're selling drugs. You can get in down with the marijuana train. Everybody's doing a legal gumbo thing. Everybody's doing it. This is all legal life. Things for you to do, things you knew how to do. That, in the streets you're going to get that hard way of earning. Because you got to carry the pistol to move around. Come on, man. Let these dudes rob and kill you, man. You got family to go home to. But being as though you got family to go home to, you still not getting understanding. You're still out late. You still don't get understanding what King Erna said. And guess what King Erna's saying? Stop living a life that we once lived. Stop doing the things that we once did. Youngins, start weighing down off the perks, man. Get an understanding, man. It's not your life. All it's going to do is cause you heartache and pain. Because when you don't have it, you're going to be in pain. And that pain is going to remind you of the things that you've seen and the things that you went through in life. But what are you going to do if you're restoring the honor? Are you going to continue to take these drugs to make you feel some way temporarily? And at the end of the day, your honor is intact. You know that you don't want to get up every morning adhering and making your body dependent to get a piece of a pill or a pill. I know I've been there and I've done that, youngin'. It's a failure. It's going to fail you. You got to begin to